Hi, I'm Mrs.D. Math. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to be covering the properties of translations in 8th grade math. A transformation is a function of a figure that changes position, size, or shape. The input is the pre-image and the output is the image. So a translation is a transformation that slides on a line. So we have several different transformations, and the first one we're going to cover is a translation. A translation is going to move on the graph by sliding. So we have a graph here, and we have the triangle ABC labeled here. And we want to move this triangle by sliding it, which is going to be our translation, to a new position on the graph. And the red arrow is pointing to where the new image for the A goes. So I have to move the B and the C the same distance and the same direction. So first let's figure out what is the distance from the original A, which is my pre-image, to my image A at the bottom. And you can tell which one is the original and which one is the image, because the pre-image, or the input, is going to just be labeled with the letters A, B, C. Your image, or your output, is going to be A with an apostrophe. So if we can first find the distance from the pre-image point A to the image point A, we want to go down and to the right. So if I'm going to count down, I'm going to go down to where this A is, which is at this point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. So we just went down 5 places. And then we're going to go from there right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places. So that means I have to go back to the graph and I have to move the B and the C down 5, right 7 for their new location. So for the B, I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it should end up directly below the A. If you notice, the original A and B have the same X value. They're still going to have the same X value, and it looks like they do. So now I have a couple of things I could do with C. I could go back and I could count down 5 and then across 7. Or I could look at the distance from my original B to C, and it's 3 places. And I could go over here and count 3 places from my B. So 1, 2, 3. This should be my C. So this here is my B image, and this is my C image. And when I connect these, I still end up with a triangle in a new location. So to translate any pre-image, you want to slide each point the same distance and then connect the vertices to form the image. So if you notice, they are the exact same size. Nothing changed about them other than their location on the graph. So a translation can be any pre-image, not just a triangle. So let's look here with some points. And in this case, we have a quadrilateral. There's going to be 4 points since we have 4 vertices. So I'm going to go ahead and plot these points on the graph. And the S is at -6, -2. T is at -1, -1. U is at 1, -4. And V is at -4, -5. So now I've connected my points and I have the quadrilateral STUV. This one wants me to translate the pre-image 6 units to the right and 8 units up. So I'm going to take my S, I'm going to start with my S, and I'm going to go 6 units to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8 up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my image S is up here at 0, 6. For my T, I'm going to count again, 6 to the right and 8 up. So my T image should be from S, 1 up and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over. And it looks like I've accomplished that. So now my V image, if I go 6 right and 8 up, I end up right here for my V image and my U image. So now I've connected my points and I can see that everything has moved the exact same distance, 6 to the right and 8 units up. So I'm going to go ahead and just go with, we'll go with the U over here. I'm going to plot my points from the original position, which is at 1, -4. If I go over here to my U image after my translation, I am now at 7, 4. If you notice, as I moved to the right, it's going to increase my X value. And I moved to the right 6 places. So my X value went from 1 plus 6 to now 7. My Y value is going to change when I go up. I'm adding 8, and -4 plus 8 be at a +4. So we will look at this in later videos, but you are able to also not just follow the 6 units right and 8 units up and count every time. You can use the ordered pairs, and you can add your right or subtract your left from the X value, and you can add your up or subtract your down from the Y value. So the last thing we want to look into is, did the size of the quadrilateral change? And in this case, the size did not change at all. The translation is just taking your original shape and sliding it to a new position on the graph. The entire shape slides the same distance from every vertex. Thank you for joining me today for this video on properties of translations in 8th grade math. There will be several other videos that go over the different transformations, and you can find all of those linked below. I'm Mrs.D Math. Have a great day. Bye.